Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Lunar coming at you, and today I'm going to tell you my hopes and expectations for Pokemon Sun and Moon, which is set to come out in just one short week. Guys, let me tell you, I am really excited for this. I mean, the graphics are amazing, the Pokemon are diverse and interesting, like Palossand, which I'll get to in just a little bit. They're bringing back Red and Blue, along with a bunch of other really awesome trainers. I wonder, honestly, if they're gonna bring Steven Stone and Serena and Silver. Can't think of any more names that start with the syllables to keep the alliteration going. Anyway, and Team Skull is hilariously stupid. And just a bunch of really awesome features are coming. I feel like a 6-year-old in a candy store with like 40 bucks to spend right now. That's just how excited I am. So before I continue talking about absolutely nothing, let me go ahead and start talking about something. I'll start with the Pokemon. The Pokemon of Alola are very diverse, interesting, and most of all, several are dark. Very dark. Seriously. Crazy dark. Palossand, for example, is a haunted sandcastle that eats life energy. What's not to love about that? Mimikyu is adorable with its little Pikachu costume. It's sad because it wants to fit in with humans, but the Ololans are all like, "Oh my god, if we look under the costume, we're going to get cursed, and we can't look at the real Mimikyu." So, it gets left out. That's kind of sad, isn't it? On top of that, we have the new Poison and Fire-type Salandit, whose females literally control people and Pokemon with its pheromones. Can anyone say world domination? And that's only scratching the surface for the strange, dark, and creepy Pokedex entries for the Alola region. Have I mentioned the Alolan forms yet? This is the introduction of the long-awaited Delta species Pokemon, or the closest we've gotten yet. For those of you who don't know, the Pokemon TCG released a set of Pokemon known as the Delta species in the 3rd generation. These Pokemon are individuals whose types are completely different from a standard Pokemon. For example, there was a Steel and Electric Pidgeot, a Fire-type Ludicolo, and a Psychic-type Primate. Heck, there was even a Steel-type Magikarp! I'm excited to capture some of the Alolan forms, especially Alolan Sandslash, a Pokemon with the typing I've been waiting for years. An Ice-Steel Pokemon is such an awesome concept, and I'm glad it was introduced. Let's also not forget about Alolan Vulpix and Ninetales. They're absolutely beautiful! Though, I must admit, the Alolan Executor is rather disappointing. All they did was elongate the neck and call that a dragon. A dragon. Anyways, yeah, definitely using Palossand and Alolan Sandslash. Komolo is also an awesome looking Pokemon. But there are a myriad of other really great designed Alolan Pokemon. Also, side note, Alolan Dugtrio looks like a bunch of hippies. It's awesome. Stoner Dugtrio. Anyway, when I said better graphics, I really meant it. Everything is actually full on to scale, and you aren't locked into grid-based movement like you kinda were in X and Y. That's literally all I have to say about the graphics. Moving on! Now, let me assuage my inner child for a tad. I have to talk about Red and Blue. I can't wait to see Blue the smartass and Silent Red again. Let's also not forget about getting to see Cynthia and Colress again. Ooh, will they have updated teams? Will they have Mega Pokemon? I guess we're gonna have to wait and see, but I really can't wait! It's gonna be fun to face off against Blue and Red again, along with Cynthia. I wonder, will that be part of the post-game storyline? Will there even be a post-game storyline, and if so, is it gonna be discernible like the Delta episode, or is it gonna be just a bunch of little things like it was in Platinum? It'll certainly be interesting to see, and also will we get to face off against them a bunch of times or only once? I really hope it's a bunch of times so I can use a bunch of different teams against them. Will they also be bringing in other gym leaders and champions? I really hope I get to face off against Lance again, maybe even Alder. Wow, I just dumped a bunch of questions here. Well, we'll get the answers soon enough, no doubt. I can't wait to thrash Team Skull. If you haven't already, I urge you to download the demo for Pokemon Sun and Moon because you get to see Team Skull early on, and boy, let me tell you, it's hilarious to watch them. When they walk, their hands and arms are moving around as though they're rapping. If that's not ridiculous enough, try this one on for size. They talk all hard and stuff, but then they run to Big Sister to take you down in the demo because you completely destroyed them. And Big Sis is a big pushover, let me tell you. They're also dressed like thugs and act all hard. It's honestly a neat throwback to Team Rocket. This is showing reversion to the Rocket Gang. I can't wait to demolish that gang boss too. I also can't wait to see why they're going after Solgaleo or Lunala, if they even are. The suspense is killing me. I just want the game to hurry up and get here. Anyway, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I also want to know more about the origin of some of these gangs and teams though. Why is Team Skull a thing? I can't wait to find out. While I'm talking about Team Skull, why not talk about the Aether Foundation as well? Could they possibly be the Aqua to Alola's Magma? There's certainly something fishy about them. Team Skull, like I said before, is incredibly ridiculous and hilariously stupid. The Aether Foundation, however, is the polar opposite, which, to me, begs the question, do we end up having an altercation with the Aether Foundation? Probably. Looking at the Pokemon official channel for YouTube, it talks about the Aether Foundation, and it looks like it's built just like a standard team. There's the leader, Lusamine, and then the two admins, Faba and Wick. Then you also have unnamed employees that give off the impression of being grunts. Honestly, there's no way that we won't come to blows. It's just too obvious. But what's the link between the Ultra Beasts and the Aether Foundation? Juicy. Can I also just take a moment to mention that Lily, Gladion, and Lusamine all seem to share a resemblance? This could be taking Family Feud to a whole new level. Don't worry guys, I won't make that joke again. I just can't wait to find out. All I care about right now is that we clearly have a yin and a yang. Though I do have to say, Team Skull's Gladion actually is pretty cool looking and, you know, not ridiculous. Okay, so I guess I should talk about this a bit. I looked into the Ultra Beasts and I'm gonna be really honest, they look neat and everything, but I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make of this. It was neat that they came out of a wormhole, but, okay. If I don't seem as excited about this as most people, there's a reason. All I know is that these are hostile, and the Ultra Beasts are commonly linked to characters in the game, such as UB1 being linked to Lily, UB2 Beauty being linked to the president of the Aether Foundation, Lusamine, etc. They help to massively push the plot, but I can't really form an opinion about this because almost everything is speculative. I was really debating if I even wanted to include this in my little update spiel, but I decided, why not? Do they have a type? How do they battle? How well do they battle? I don't know, but I'm gonna end up finding out. It's also clear that there's a connection between the Ultra Beasts and the Aether Foundation. Yeah, I know, Nintendo already said that, sue me. There have been 8 Ultra Beasts leaked thus far, and clear connections exist for 4 or 5 of them. I'm not really going to go into much detail as to which Ultra Beasts connect with which individuals, because a lot of people have already done that, and everything at this point is pure speculation in that area. However, I really am curious as to how everything, as far as the Ultra Beasts are concerned, will pan out. If you have any thoughts here, feel free to share them. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below what you have to say. All I know is, or all I feel rather, is that these are just parallel dimensions overlapping and battling for dominance or some crazy crap like that. For those of you who don't already know, prepare to be very excited. Pokemon Sun and Moon has done away with HMs. You no longer have to waste your Pokemon's move slots for useless moves like Cut or Rock Smash. You can finally teach your bird Pokemon to fly without HMO2. If I'm a little too happy about this, you'll get over it. I detested hidden moves, well, except for the useful ones like Surf and Waterfall. I really am interested to see how they're going to compensate for the lack of HM Waterfall, or if they're even going to keep the Waterfall as a final barrier of sorts. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section below. They've also done something really cool here. They don't have a Pokemon League. Well, they do, but it's being built. So instead of going through the 8 badges, you're going to be going and battling the 4 Guardians of Alola. And while there is a set Elite Four and Pokemon League Champion, you get to see the Pokemon League in the construction stages. Imagine, if you will, getting to see the construction team build Evergrande or the Indigo Plateau. Come on guys, you know that would be epic. Oh, and the last thing that I'm excited about is that they've improved the battling screens and menus. Now, not only are there the Z moves, which the graphics are really awesome for, but I don't really care for the Z moves themselves, reasons for which will be in their own video. But you can also actually keep track of stat modifications for both your Pokemon and your opponent's Pokemon. So instead of having to keep your eye on the number of times you've used, say, Dragon Dance, which is 6 times max out, now you have the ability to simply check a couple screens and poof! There are the increases and decreases. It's also awesome to see how far the graphics for moves like Aerial Ace and Flamethrower have come since the beginning. So that's about all I have to say for Pokemon Sun and Moon. After a couple more tiny updates, I'll call it a day. The other day I told you guys that I'll be playing some fan-made Pokemon games for you here on my channel. I might be doing a Nuzlocke of either Pokemon Insurgence or Omicron, I haven't really decided yet. In any event, I'm still open to suggestions. Also, in a few days I'll be posting a video with a poll outlining the fan-made games I will play. So far on the list we have Zeta Omicron, Insurgents, and Ruby Destiny Reign of Legends. If you guys have any other requests for games I play, please leave a comment in the comment section below telling me what your request or suggestion is. So that's all the time we have for today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, requests, or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Additionally, if you want to find me on any of my social media, all the links can be provided in the description. Finally, feel free to check out my friends Chris Demon Slayer, Kellic614, and Quindivisible. Links to their channels are also in the description. So again, thank you all so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care.